Man, we back with another one. See what I'm saying? We back with another pod, man. House of Underdog talk. And you know, we stand on the playoff topic, bro. Nothing better than fight nights and playoff sports. See what I'm saying? And we jump into the NBA right now. You know, last night we had two good play-in games. You know, Miami, which if you heard from the first video, I picked Skyami to beat Chicago. Sacramento lost to Dallas though. I did get that one wrong. But we just gonna start with the Skyami game. Tyler Hero, heater. You know, started off 8 for 8 in that first half. If I'm not mistaken, that boy started off 8 for 8. Finished the game with, 38, 5 and 4. Andrew Wiggins, added a 20 and 9 game, 20 points, 9 rebound game. Bam gave you a double-double, 15 and 12. So I think Miami's big three played their part. Tyler Hero gave you what you definitely needed. Davion Mitchell, man. If you know, that boy had a defensive menace, especially for his size at that PG position, to be undersized. He a dog on defense for sure, Being able to take Kobe White, make him have a all-shooting game. Josh Giddey still finished with 25, 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Kobe White, 17 and 5 assists. Vucevic, 16 and 12. But I predicted Skyami to win this game. I think, Chicago, I just think Miami has the better team. I think from the coaching staff starting there, they got more championship pedigree experience, especially from a position and perspective of not having the best talent or roster in the NBA. What Eric Spoelstra has been able to do in his coaching career is crazy, outside of the big three with LeBron era, for him to take Miami to the championship twice, for him to get these Eastern Conference final appearances with that roster and be able to compete, not only compete, but clear as day be the best team in the East to compete with Boston over recent years with that roster and the talent that he has had speaks volumes. So, just having, and heat culture is a thing, I'm pretty sure you heard about it, that heat culture. So, definitely they're a piece away though, bro. Miami, if they keep that core three right there and get a point guard so Tyler Hero can play more of a scoring guard position now, they get a PG, man. Thanks. I ain't gonna say it yet. We're gonna wait till the off season. But I think they're a piece away from being able to be right where they have been past couple years. They obviously traded Jimmy, so they got Drew back, they got Slow-Mo back, but it's just a piece off from being, like I said, right where they need to be. And man, that Sacramento-Dallas game was, Malik Monk obviously is out, so that hurts them because Sacramento, they have scored, like they have Zach LaVine, they have DeRozan, they have Sabonis, but they don't have a point guard. Ellis to me, is going to be a great defender. He's going to be an all-around two-way, meaning, can guard multiple positions, 1 through 3. He can play point, you know what I mean? But that doesn't mean he's a point guard. He can play the point, though. He's going to be good off the catch and shoot, off the catch and being able to attack, bro. He's going to be a good, solid player, bro. His ceiling to me is in that. Listen to what I'm saying. Ellis' ceiling to me for the Kings, his ceiling is in the boat of a Derrick White. No, he's not gonna be Derrick White, but he's gonna be in that boat, right? So, but I still feel like they need a point guard. You know what I mean? I want to say the name, but fuck it, like a Tyus Jones would be a great pickup for Sacramento. I was trying to save it for an episode in the off season, but man, that's so far away. If you think about it, it's right there though. But fuck it, Tyus Jones would be a great. Like if they was to keep this roster with Zach LaVine, Monk, DeRozan, Sabonis, and don't make no off season moves, because obviously their season is over. They fired their general manager. The Kings fired their general manager right after the game. So obviously they're either gonna blow that bitch up, and what I mean by that is trade all their pieces. What I mean by pieces is they're gonna probably keep Keegan Murray, and they're probably gonna keep Ellis. But LaVine, Monk, DeRozan, and Sabonis will probably be available for trade. Probably if they was to blow it up, right? So I mean, I feel like if they was to keep it together, a Tyus Jones, right? A Spencer Dinwiddie, who I'm going to speak on in a little bit, because he played for the Dallas Mavericks currently, They need a point guard if they was to keep this roster together. If they was to blow it up, that's a topic for another episode where I dive a little deeper into the moves I think and they will get in return, thing like that, because I be hitting this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I be with these trades and I be spot on, but I just ain't never, potted that bitch or whatever the case may be. But if you know, you know what I'm saying? So, but the Mavericks, they played a good game. AD was aggressive early, even though that first quarter, I think he was 2 for 9. But the 9 shot attempts is what I need from AD, right? Like, aggressive AD is puts Dallas in a position to make the playoffs. Not only make the playoffs, but win some games in that first round against OKC. I think that J. Kidd, just looking at their offense last night, they was just making the right reads, bro, as a team, bro. Everybody was touching the ball, making the right reads, whether that was, I saw Max Christie, instead of taking a contested 3, pump fake from the corner, get his defender to jump out the catch. He did a 2-dribble pull-up midi. Just a better efficient shot, man. I just saw a lot of attacking and making the right read, a lot of pick and roll and giving it up early, just making the right read, and the roller making the right read. And I think he played, 10 or 11 deep. And what's crazy is Spencer Dinwiddie played 2 minutes, and that was when Dallas won the game, so, it was, the game was over at that point, and I thought that was crazy because Dallas doesn't necessarily have a point guard. And I felt like he was, they run Dante Exum at the 1. Najee Marshall is not a point guard, but he brings it up. And I think Dinwiddie, outside of Kyrie because he's hurt, he's the only PG. And I don't know. I just thought that was, a little different because, Dinwiddie is a guy who's capable of playing 1 through 3 guarding 1 through 3. Tough shot maker, tough shot taker, tough shot taker, tough shot maker. Doesn't, can get the players on the floor their touches. Like, I thought that was puzzling. But they got to win, bro. And that offense, like I said, just making the right read, bro. Like, Jason Kidd was a point guard. So I said it to myself last night watching it. Like, it made sense why their offense is, it ain't too explicit. It's all, all ball movement, but simplicity, but just making the right read. Everybody touching it, making the right read. And Clay caught fire because of that. We wasn't forcing it to Clay early, so when Clay, I think he had like 3 back on their ass. And I think Clay, just off the team making the right read, naturally found that rhythm and caught that rhythm. And I think now it's Dallas versus Sac. I'm tripping, excuse me. Dallas versus Memphis. Drinking my almond milk right now. That's besides the point. But I think that's going to be a great one, bro, because Dallas has pieces. Dallas has depth. Bro, huge shout out to Brandon Williams, bro. For the Mavericks, so tough, bro. He tough, bro. Like, real quick and shifty, makes the right reads. Being able to attack, being able to use good angles, bro. Being able to be effective in tough angles, bro. Like, bro, he's a huge plus for Dallas, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, Dallas a deep team, bro. Especially, like I said, Spencer Dinwiddie and Jaden Hardy didn't even, play. They played 2 minutes at the end, but, bro, shout out Brandon Williams, bro. You know what I mean? I've been saw it, but like I said, I just started the pod, so, slept on for sure. That's a hidden gem, too. That's gonna be tough, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think Memphis, if they stay out of foul trouble, has the bigs to keep up with Dallas's bigs, because Dallas has 3 bigs. Memphis has 2 bigs. And Zach Edey and JJJ. Who do you I'm pretty sure they throw JJJ on AD. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw Zach on AD, but it's a winnable game for both teams. I think Dallas has more depth, so I think Dallas's role players show up. I mean, that's what they have to do. You know what I mean? Outside of AD, they're a collective team that, they show up, bro. Piece by piece by piece by piece. Like, each piece that plays for them. Like, Dallas actually snapped. Unfortunately, Kyrie is hurt. But Dallas has a roster like P.J. Washington. Outside of AD, Lively, Clay, Najee Marshall, Gafford, Dante Exum, Brandon Williams, Max Christie. You see what I'm saying? Caleb Martin, Dinwiddie, Jaden Hardy, Powell. They got pieces, bro. So Dallas can definitely sneak into the playoffs, bro. Y'all gotta chill on the trade, bro. It just, unfortunately, Kyrie got hurt, bro. So it's you got 2 big pieces to the puzzle, and that's AD and Kyrie. And unfortunately, one of the big pieces is hurt, bro. Everything else, bro. Curious to see if oh yeah, it's gonna be a great game, bro. Comes down to the wire. I think you need AD to stay aggressive. I think you run that starting lineup that you did last game with Scottie Pippen Jr. in there, Bane at the 3, JJJ, Zach Edey, and Ja at the 1. Because Memphis doesn't have a lot of depth. I don't know why GGG isn't playing, but I don't know. It's gonna be a good game, bro. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a great game. I want to say Memphis, bro, but I can see Dallas too, though. You know what I mean? I can see that. I think you need a big game from Bane like last game. You need Ja to be healthy and be in a aggressive mode and be playmaking, running that shit through Ja. When to go home, gotta depend on Ja. If Clay can catch one of them heaters, and if Dallas role players can do their job, man, I think Dallas wins. But we're gonna see, bro. It's gonna be a good game. Skyami play the Hawks. I like Skyami to beat Atlanta. Make anybody else but Trae Young beat you. You know what I'm saying? Get the ball out of Trae Young's hands, but I feel like you can run Davion Mitchell and put Andrew on Trae. Like Skyami got the personnel, so I think Skyami advances to play Cleveland in the first round, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. It's just that Hustle Underdog talk back with another one, man. Stay tuned. Yeah, stay tuned, man. We got a lot of shit on the way. In due time, for sure, in due time. But it's a journey, man. Stay tuned. It's bigger than just sports, man. Words sometimes get in the way, so we just gonna chill. But stay tuned.